Hello everyone. In this video we are going to solve 5 questions on TSD. From that point of view, you can take the screenshot of these 5 questions, try it by yourself and then come back to this explanation video. These are first 2 questions and these are next 3 questions. This is our first question. Let's read it carefully and understand the story behind this question. There are 3 people, A, B and C. They want to travel from point P to point Q. And this travel journey is distributed into 3 parts. First part is national highway, second part is state highway, and the third and the last part is district highway. And we know the length of these highway segments and the speed of A, B, C on each type of highway segments is given. This kind of data is given in this question. Now let's start with this question. So there are 3 people, A, B and C. 3 types of line segments, that is national highway, state highway and district highway, and their lengths are also given. The data of their length is given here. The length of DH is 50% of the total length of journey, whereas length of SH is double of length of NH. So if I assume length of NH to be 1 unit, then the length of SH becomes 2 units. And the length of DH is 50% of the total length of journey. This statement is as good as the length of DH is equal to length of NH plus SH. That is equal to 1 plus 2, 3. So the total becomes 6. And DH is half of 6. After that, the next Ajay's SH speed is compared with NH speed. Ajay's speed on SH is 50% of its speed on NH. Again, Bharat's speed on SH is compared with his speed on NH. Same thing for Chandan. Chandan's speed on SH and DH is compared with the speed on NH. So we need to get the data of ABC's speed on NH. That data is given in this statement. Let's have a look at it. Speed of Chandan on NH. We are talking about NH. Speed of Chandan on NH is 1/4 less than that of Bharat. If the speed of Bharat is 4, then the speed of Chandan on NH becomes 3. And 1/5 more than Ajay on NH. So if Ajay's speed is 5, if Ajay's speed on NH is 5, then the speed of Chandan becomes 4 units, 1/5 more, 6 units. Okay, so the value of C is 6 here. So let's make value of C 6 here, that is 6:8 and 6:5. So what we can do is, let's assume that speed of A on NH is 50, speed of B on NH is 80, and the speed of C on NH is 60. After that, let's read this statement. Ajay's speed on SH is 50% of on NH. So Ajay's speed on SH is going to be half of 50, that is 25. Then Bharat's speed on SH is 25% of speed on NH. That is 1/4 of 80 is 20. After that, both of them travel on DH with half of their speed on SH, that is 12.5 and 10. Chandan's speed on SH is 1/3 of NH. 1/3 of 60 is 20 and 25% of 60 is on DH. 1/4 of 60 is 15. Now the question is, find the ratio of time taken by these 3 to complete one-way journey from point P to point Q. So let's have a look at it. So the time taken by A is going to be how much? Time taken by A is going to be distance 1 divided by 50 plus 2 divided by 25 plus 3 divided by 12.5. Over here the LCM is 50. The numerator is going to be 1 plus 2 2s are 4 plus 4 3s are 12. This ratio is going to be 17 divided by 50. This is the time taken by A. Now Similarly, time taken by B is going to be how much? 1 divided by 80 plus 1 divided by 20 plus 1 divided by 10. So the LCM is 80 over here, and the numerator is going to be 1 plus, sorry, this is not going to be 1 and 1, this is going to be 2 and 3, the length, distance. This is 2 here and this is 3 here. So this is going to be how much? 4 2s are 8, and this is going to be how much? Hold on, this is 8 3s are 24. Okay, so that is equal to 33 divided by 80. And after that, the time taken by C is going to be how much? Let's have a look at it. 1 divided by 60 plus 2 divided by 20 plus 3 divided by 15. Over here, the LCM is 60. The numerator is going to be 1 plus 6 plus 12. That is equal to 19 divided by 60. So now our question is, we need to find the ratio of time taken by A, B and C, that is 17 by 50. You can cancel that zeros. Okay, 17 by 5 is to 33 by 8 is to 19 divided by 6. The LCM of 5, 8 and 6 is 120. So multiply all these three numbers by 120. So this is going to be 17 into 24. And this is going to be 33 is to 15. And this is going to be 19 into 20. So this is equal to 380, and after that this is 450 and 45, 495. And this is 340 and 60, it is 408. So this is the ratio of time taken by A, B and C to travel from point P to point Q. Let's read this question number 2 carefully, everyone. Ajay and Bharat started walking from point P to point Q respectively towards each other, which are 500 meter apart with the speed 8 meter per second. Let's have a look at it. Let's draw a diagram. This is point P and this is point Q. A is going to start from point P and B is going to start from point Q. There are two bags X and Y which reduced the speed of walking by 4 meter per second and 2 meter per second respectively when carried. Ajay is carrying bag X and Bharat is carrying bag Y. So the effective speed of Ajay becomes how much? 8 minus 4, that is equal to 4 meter per second. Whereas effective speed of Bharat becomes 8 minus 2, that is equal to 6 meter per second. When they meet with each other, they exchange their bags and reverse their direction. Let's have a look at it. So Ajay is going to travel like this and Bharat is going to travel like this. So let's say their first meeting happens over here. This is the point their first meeting happens. So let's find the time. Time required for the first meeting is equal to the distance between them is 500 meters divided by their relative speed is 4 plus 6, that is equal to 10, that is equal to 50 seconds. What we need to find? We need to find the distance traveled by Bharat covered till the time he meets Ajay for the second time. So over here the distance traveled by Bharat is going to be how much? Let's have a look at it. 50 seconds, and every seconds Bharat traveled 6 meters. So the time is equal to, so the distance is equal to time into speed, that is equal to 300 meters is the distance traveled by Bharat till first meeting. Now they are going to exchange their bags and reverse their direction. Now Ajay will reverse the direction, Bharat will reverse the direction. Before they reverse, they exchange their bags. So now the effective speed of Ajay becomes 8 minus 2, that is 6 meter per second. And effective speed of Bharat becomes how much? 8 minus 4, that is equal to 4 meter per second. So now they will reverse the direction and they will reach their starting point like this. Once they reach their starting point, they will take the U-turn. They will again reverse their direction and they will meet for the second time like this. Okay. So after first meeting and before second meeting, The total distance traveled by them is how much? Time required for second meeting after first meeting is equal to the total distance traveled is 500 and 500 two times, that is equal to 1000 meters. Again, with the relative speed will remain same, 6 plus 4, that is equal to 10 meter per second, that is equal to 100 seconds. So during these 100 seconds, the speed of Bharat is how much? Speed of Bharat is equal to 4 meter per second. So distance traveled by Bharat in this 100 seconds becomes 100 into 4, that is equal to 400 meters. So the total distance traveled by Bharat becomes 300 plus 400, that is equal to 700 meters. Ajay and Bharat are traveling to and fro from point P to point Q and point Q to point P respectively with the uniform speeds which are in a ratio 8:11. Hold on. So let's say this is point P and this is point Q. Ajay starts from point P and Bharat starts from point Q with the speed in a ratio 8:11. By the time they meet for fifth time, Ajay traveled 72 kilometers. Find the distance between point P and point Q. So let's have a look at it. By the time they meet for fifth time, so when the first meeting of A and B will happen, let's say the distance P to Q is D. When the first meeting of A and B will happen, let's say A comes over here and B comes over here. So for first meeting, total distance traveled by A and B together is how much? Total distance traveled by A and B together is how much by the time they meet for the first time? That is equal to the total length P to Q D. Now after that, what will happen? A will reach to point B, A will reach to point Q, and A will take a U-turn. Then B will reach to point P like this, and B will take a U-turn. And A and B will meet for the second time at this point. The second meeting of A and B will happen over here. First meeting was happened here. Second meeting will happen over here. So after first meeting and before second meeting, the total distance traveled by A and B together is how much? After first meeting and before second meeting, the total distance traveled by A and B together is how much? Means the total sum of black dotted line is equal to 2 times length of P and Q. Okay, that is nothing but D plus D, that is equal to 2D. And for every next meeting, the total distance traveled by A and B together remains 2D. For third meeting 2D, for fourth meeting 2D, for fifth meeting 2D. So the total distance traveled by the time they meet for the fifth time is equal to 9D. So whenever the question is about meeting and they start from the same time, and okay, they start at the same time, and you can see that the time is constant. Whenever time is constant, the ratio of speed, it's same as ratio of distance. The ratio of speed is 8:11, so the ratio of distance traveled by them is also 8:11. So A is going to travel how much distance? A is going to travel 8 parts out of 19 parts. 8 parts out of 19 parts of total distance traveled by A and B is 90. That is equal to how much? 72. So 8 9 is 72. You will get the value of D as 19 kilometers. So the distance between P and Q is equal to 19 kilometers. Question number 4. Let's read it carefully. Ajay drove car along the circular track for 3 hours. Then he cycled along the track for the time he would take to drove a car to complete 1 round along the track, and completes 9 rounds altogether. And then same kind of statement is there for Bharat, and at last it is given that speed of cycle is 5 km per hour, and then the speed of bike is equal to 10 km per hour, and we need to find the speed of car that is, let's assume it as x kilometer per hour. And let's say the track length, circular track length, is equal to d kilometers. Okay, so now the first statement, let's talk about Ajay. Let's talk about Ajay now. Now, how many rounds Ajay will complete by using car in 3 hours? Let's have a look at it. So the time taken, number of rounds, we are dealing with number of rounds that Ajay can travel in 3 hours by using car. So the number of rounds is equal to time taken is 3 hours divided by time taken for 1 round by using car is equal to d divided by x. This is number of rounds by using car in 3 hours. Plus, now for how much time he is going to cycle, the time in which he can complete 1 round by using car. Now time required to complete 1 round by using car is equal to d divided by x. For this much time he is going to cycle, and by using cycle, how much time he required to complete 1 round, that is d divided by 5. This is total number of rounds by using cycle, and this addition is equal to 14. This addition is equal to 9. So let's make same kind of equation for Bharat as well. Number of rounds of Bharat. Now Bharat is going to drive car along the circular track, same circular track, for 4 hours. So the number of rounds in 4 hours by using car is equal to 4 divided by d divided by x. Time required for 1 round by using car is d divided by x. Total time 4 hours. So 4 divided by d by x is the number of rounds by using car in 4 hours. Now how much time he is going to travel by using bike? The time for which he can in which he can complete 1 round by using car. How much time he required to complete 1 round by using car? That is d divided by x. This much time he is going to travel with the bike. And with the help of bike, how much time he required to complete 1 round? D divided by 10. And this addition is equal to 14 rounds altogether. Both of them drove car with the same speed. Find the speed of car. So let's have a look at it. And the speed of cycle and speed of bike for both of them is same. That is 5 km per hour and 10 km per hour. So let's solve this equation and get the value of x. That is our answer. So how we can do this? Let's have a look at it. So this equation is going to be 3 times x divided by d plus 5 times d. Over here d and d gets cancelled out. So this becomes 5 divided by x is equal to 9. Let's call it as equation number 1. Now let me put this equation number 1 here. Now equation number 2 is equal to 4x divided by d, and d cancelled out. 10 divided by x is equal to 14. This is equation number 2. And let me put equation number 2 here. So now what we will do here is, let's do equation number 2 minus equation number 1. So on the left hand side you will get 4x by d minus 3x by d, that is equal to x divided by d. 10 by x minus 5 by x is equal to 5 divided by x is equal to 14 minus 9, that is equal to 5. So now what we'll do is, let's replace 5 divided by x in equation 1 with 5 minus x divided by d. Let's see what happens. So in equation number 1, 3x divided by d, instead of 5 divided by x, put 5 minus x by d is equal to 9. If we solve this further, this is equal to 2x divided by d, which is equal to 4. Okay. So now we will get x divided by d is equal to 2. So let's put x divided by 2, d is equal to 2 back in this equation. So 5 divided by x is equal to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. So the value of x becomes 5 divided by 3 km per hour. This is the speed of car. Let's have a look at question number 5. Read it carefully. Tina and Veena started a race of certain distance with the speed t km per hour and v km per hour respectively. After reaching the halfway mark, Tina increases her speed and both of them finishes the race together. Find Tina's speed after halfway mark and find her average speed. Okay, let's have a look at it. Let's say this point is point A, halfway mark is over here, and this is point C. Let's say this distance is d kilometer and this distance is d kilometer. So the total distance becomes 2d kilometers. Then Tina and Veena will start from point A with the speed t kilometer per hour and v kilometer per hour respectively. At the halfway mark, Tina is going to increase her speed. So let's say new speed of Tina is t dash. New speed of Tina is t dash. Okay, over here we need to find the answer in terms of t and v. So over here we can clearly see that the value of v will be greater than value of t, because Tina needs to increase her speed so that both of them will reach the finishing point simultaneously. So over here the total time taken by Veena is how much? That is 2d divided by v. Whereas total time taken by Tina is how much? D divided by small t plus d divided by t dash. And this addition is equal to how much? These both are equal. Okay, these two terms are equal to each other. Total time taken by Veena is equal to total time taken by Tina. So now what you can do is divide this equation by d. So you will get 2 divided by v is equal to 1 divided by t plus d divided by t dash. We need to find the new speed of Tina. That is equal to, we need to find the value of t dash. So this is 1 divided by t dash. Okay. So solve this and you will get the value of t dash in terms of t and v. That is the answer. So 1 divided by t dash is equal to 2t minus v divided by vt. So the new speed of Tina is equal to vt divided by 2 times t minus v. This is our answer. Now the second question is average speed of Tina. Second question is average speed of Tina. So over here Veena and Tina both started at the same time and both finished race at the same time, and the total distance traveled by Tina is same as total distance traveled by Veena. Okay, total time taken by Tina is same as total time taken by Veena. Veena is going to travel with the uniform speed. So as total distance traveled and total time taken by Tina and Veena are together, so average speed of Tina is same as the average speed of Veena. And the average speed of Veena is how much? V kilometer per hour. Veena is not going to change her speed in between. So the average speed of Tina is as good as the average speed of Veena, that is v kilometer per hour. These are our two answers.